It is almost 10:30 in the morning and I'm leaving Cracker Barrel. I got my resupply packages. Also have the bear can featuring Honey Girl. There's like a 200-mile section around Mount Baker, Snoqualmie, where you have to have some kind of bear-proof food storage. So the bear can is back and I'm gonna carry it all the way to Canada and then down to the Sierra. So a little bit of extra weight, but at least I don't have to hang my food anymore. I've had 3 cups of coffee, so I am seriously juiced and going back to the trailhead. See how far I can get, I don't know. So in this stretch of trail between here and Snoqualmie Pass, I think maybe even beyond Snoqualmie, there's been warnings and stories of norovirus spreading through creeks, rivers, just natural water sources in this area. So we've got to be very selective about where we get our water from. Ideally, places that don't see as much human recreation. And then we also have to double up on our water purifying, because the filters that we have won't filter out norovirus. So you either have to have some kind of chemical treatment or boil your water. And fortunately, I carry water purification tablets in case of emergency or a situation like this. So I am prepared, which is cool. Yeah, sorry, I got off trail there. So I'll be using the tablets so I can say cyanorovirus. Oof, that's bad. I have officially crossed into Mount Rainier National Park. Very cool. Oh my gosh. Speak of the devil. Mount Rainier. Morning. I'm so excited to be able to look at Mount Rainier for the next few days at least. It is such a big mountain. She's beautiful. Last night was wonderful. No wind, perfectly still, slept great, but I am already sick of this chemical treated water. I've had about 3 liters of it since yesterday, and It's like drinking pool water. It tastes gross and it looks gross. I've been adding any kind of flavor to it just to try and mask it. I've got a lot of like electrolyte powders, protein powders, things like that. So maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe I'll just get sick of it. But if I don't have any flavor additive, the best alternative is just chug it and don't breathe. And then you don't really taste it until the very end. So also an effective method. Anyways, I'm in a national park. Let's go. Good morning. Yesterday, was a short day. We were originally planning on hiking 22 miles, so a short day in that. But the water's pretty limited in this stretch, and so are the campsites. And we had filled up on water, which would last us the night, and we were gonna hike 3 miles to a campsite. But that campground was in a pretty big burn area, so we weren't too excited about it. And we just walked about 200 yards from the water spring and found a lovely crop of trees and flat spots where we could camp. So it was a 19-mile day. So cool. We set up camp by like 4:30, so we had so much free time. We stretched, we napped, I had lab rat and U-turn squeezed into my tent, and we played cards for a good while. And that was great. It felt like we were camping and not backpacking. You know, we just had the luxury of time. It was great. So, you know, we've done a couple short days, but we're not in the biggest rush. We've got 2 full days of hiking ahead of us. Those will be 25-mile days. And then it'll be a short hike into Snoqualmie. No more than 10 miles. It'll probably be a 10-mile day. And we actually booked a place to stay the night in Snoqualmie. So it will be a Nero. So not in too big of a rush, but I'm very excited to get to our next checkpoint. Anyways, beautiful morning, great sunrise. It's not breezy at all, feels warm. And let's hope it's a good day. Okay, I've got to vent a little bit. For the past few days, I wake up at the crack of dawn, the sun comes up, I start hiking, and the trail is just littered with hoof prints. Deer and bigger prints, I assume would be elk. Just everywhere. Droppings, pea puddles. You'd think that there was just a parade and I missed it. And it's been happening every day. And, walking extra quiet. Sometimes I'm not even using my trekking poles to create any loud noises. And I'm just not seeing anything. And the anticipation is just building up inside of me, and I feel like a little kid about to have a tantrum. I want to see the animals. Anyways, I just need to practice patience. I just want to see some big four-legged friends. And it's kind of like the missing puzzle piece right now. So it'll happen. They're out there. I'm sure to cross some here and there, but I just love the feeling of walking among animals. It really makes you feel like, or it makes you realize that you are a part of nature and you're not separate from it. And it's just awesome to be amongst it. So, try not to let it get to me. I just want to see them so bad. Okay, I've got a little rant now. And this was more positive. Just something I've been thinking about for a while now. Pops into my head all the time. And it's this kind of hierarchy or like inferiority between different kinds of hikers. So like a day hiker, a weekend hiker, a section hiker, a through hiker. When there are people that are very novice and beginner, and this applies to any kind of sport, hobby, activity, whatever. Like the novices, they're always going to look up to those more experienced. And I've kind of been through every phase of this. And, being a little baby through hiker on the John Muir Trail, looking up at these PCT through hikers, I'm like, oh my God, these people are crazy. These people are amazing. And then to be on the other side, being a PCT through hiker, and you kind of get a lot of praise and support from people, and they look up to you and they just like stare at you in awe. But the truth is, there shouldn't really be any kind of feeling of inferiority between one person and the other, because nobody owns this place, and people come outside for a lot of the same reasons. And it's just a matter of how much time they have. Maybe they just have a day. Maybe they have a weekend. Or maybe they have multiple months. So it shouldn't really exist, but it does. And I've felt both sides of that puzzle picture as well. And so what do you do about it? Well, and this is so stupid simple, and it applies to anything. But when you are very experienced or a professional or really passionate about something, whether it's a profession, a business, a hobby, sport, community, you should be the one to inspire, uplift, motivate people. You should be the steward of that activity. Being out here, I feel like I am the steward of the outdoors. I should set a good example, and I should get people stoked to be out here and inspire others to get outside. So, that's my rant. It's like having a superpower and inspiring others about that superpower. So, whatever your superpower is, spread it. I know it's obvious, and people already do this all the time. It's a thing, but it's so easy to get wrapped up in your day-to-day life and get so wrapped up in the small minutia, you kind of forget about the big picture of things. And so, if anything, just a little reminder, something to think about. I just died and went to Huckleberry Heaven. Oh my gosh. I could stay there all day. I've been in Washington for maybe 12 days now. I don't know, but it is intensely beautiful here. There's so much to see, so many lakes, so many beautiful mountains, valleys, old forest, lush growth everywhere. It is so deep, but man, you really have to earn those views. The hiking here is tough. It is just constant up and down, steep climb, steep descent on repeat. Oof, I'm tired. I'm descending right now, and I've got one more climb, and I'll finish the day at Mirror Lake, which is only 8-ish miles outside of Snoqualmie Pass. It's a beautiful lake. It's also Saturday, and it could be a party out there, but maybe not. We shall see. I'm tired. My legs are sore. I think I've done about 8,000 feet in vertical gain today, and probably something pretty close to that in vertical descent. So it was a big day. Just 25 miles though, so I'm hitting my quota, and I am so excited to Nero in Snoqualmie. I've just been dreaming about it all day. day, town day, town day, town day. It is a foggy, misty morning out here in Washington. What a mysterious, moody state. I love it. It's just always changing, and I'm still trying to figure it out too. It's something I'm not used to. Anyways, from camp this morning, it's 9 miles to Snoqualmie Pass. So I think I've got 4 or 5 more to go. And I'll be staying the night at the Washington Alpine Club. $45 a night. You get a bunk, you get dinner and breakfast, and they have laundry and showers for you. What more could you ask for? Super excited. I'm hungry. I want breakfast. I want to relax. It's going to be a good day.